Hey everyone, Captain Amazing here, and today we're going to do a roster review. So let's jump into it. So our roster review today is for Masta Brick with the Mando Moon Whalers. So right off the bat, whenever I do look at this just intro page, I do like to see good fleet placement. Normally I look for somewhere around where I know that they could get first place. If they're in the like mid 20s, it's technically possible, although starts getting more unlikely that they're getting first every day. When you're sitting at first, then more than likely you're getting first every day. So that's really good. I do like that. Let's look at their account now. 4.5 million GP, 2.5 in characters, 2 in ships, 3.7 3,700 galactic war battles, so a month or two away from being from hitting their first year played. All right, so that they did say that they were when they submitted for this review that they were finishing off SOKR and going for gas, and that they are in an old school arena shard but new fleet arena shard. I'll say Executor is going to hold you off for a long time in that shard. I would continue to side farm as far as ships. Like, first of all, your pilotless ships, minimum two hard node ships you should be farming at a time. With the new shipments in the Galactic War, you should be able to farm some of these a lot easier, but I would farm, the Vulture Droid, the Rebel Y-Wing, the Hyena Bomber, and your Get 2 should be going for Malevolence. We'll look at your overall account before I make any next ship farms. I would say you're extremely far away from Leviathan. I will say I went Executor into Leviathan when Leviathan was announced. I didn't have Malgus, I didn't have his ship. And then I had to pretty much farm everything from scratch. But that was when it was announced and it was the newest thing. I think putting that much crystal investment into a farm like that would be pretty prohibitive at this stage of the game, because while Leviathan, whatever the counterpart, will probably match it pretty well, I would say maybe slow farm those things, because I had to put an insane amount of crystal investment, and it's more than paid off itself in GAC wins and the Fleet Arena Shard crystals that I get, but it was extremely limiting, and I would not recommend for you to just like hard go for Leviathan. And I haven't recommended anyone to hard press for Leviathan, just because it has has a conquest character and a conquest ship, and refreshing proving grounds. It either costs like hundreds of dollars with the pass plus all those crystals, or just like it's pretty prohibitive. So I do like Executor into Profundity, and then as you slow farm all the things for Leviathan, and then once you have everything ready, you can do that. But I'm not going to recommend that right now. Let's look at your entire count before we give any recommendations of that sort. But right off the bat, you should be farming the Galactic Republic Y-Wing, because you have a negotiator. You should be finishing off that Hyena Bomber, and these are side farms, so you should continue to get all your fleets up and ready. Malevolence, Negotiator, Executor, Chimera, Home 1 into Profundity. Finalizer, Radis is, no rush, but like Chimera, Negotiator, Executor, Malevolence, Finalizer, all good fleets. Home 1 is okay. I used it as a cleanup fleet. You can use it as well, but it's going to really depend on when you're going to go for the Profundity, because the Profundity, you're not like crazy far away from it. You don't have dash or anything like that. So you're not like particularly close. But once you farm like Jobber or something, Profundity's a quick hop, skip, and a jump away from that. So all in all, for ships right now, side farm Malevolence, side farm that Galactic Republic White Wing. Once you have those side farms done, because you have the Geo ships and you farm these pilotless ships, like continue working one fleet at a time, getting it up, like getting your TIE Echelon up and running for your finalizer. Because if you slow farm it, by the time you know this finalizer 7-star, you should have that Echelon at 7 stars, and it's a good fleet. It's a good executor counter. All right, let's see on as far as the ground, what you have going on. So you have you do have investment in Padme, the Phoenix, a bit of a CLS, and I'll say this: like, if you farm Phoenix, like CLS isn't as needed for a rush, because the CLS does give you that assault battle at CT3 for rebels, but Phoenix can give you that CT3 for rebels as well. So I would rather you farm your side farms, your other farms should be in line with assault battles. That's why I don't like gas. I think even if you bought the gas bundle, which you did, he's not worth a GL in my opinion. He doesn't give you any income. He's not he's a good character, but he's not that hard to beat on defense, because he's kind of old now at this point. Like, his mechanics are still strong, and then on offense it's really messy banners. So like, he's in this weird place where he's pretty much costs as much as a GL to fully gear up him and his team, but then he doesn't give you that same return that a GL would. So you've already put your 4 Zetas. I think you have him at gear 11. Go ahead, finish his last star, get his team up and running. Just because you have that much investment in him, you're kind of like locked in at this point. So go ahead, finish this farm. You'll have to put a Zeta on 5s. I would get these up and running. Just knock it out. I would put a little, if you're going to put extra Zetas on anyone, I would put them on 5s, and then the ones that you need for unlocks as well. Relic 3 minimum for the rest. So, and then I would recommend just like start off Relic 7 for gas. Once you start going for Lord Vader, take him up to Relic 8. After that, let's see what I would do. So you do have some, and this is a good thing, right? So you have some Zeta investment on like Han, Chewbacca, so gas. So you do have your Zetas. And what this means is you can relic up these characters and not have to worry about needing Zetas for them, which is good, believe it or not. And if you start getting into a point of the game where you're like, hey, your Zetas are prohibitive and you don't have the Zetas for your team, you can work on these teams that you already have that investment in, and then focus on that and taking those to relics. So like the CLS team, all of them are a great team. You can take that team up to relics. I had Inversio, also a great farm. I would relic 5 her just for her ship once you start getting that Empire team up and running. I'm sorry, Empire fleet. And then Imperial Troopers. So Imperial Troopers is an important assault battle. You have the Executor. You're going to need Range Trooper at gear 12. So you're going to have to get up his stars. And then you're going to need Dark Trooper at Relic 5 minimum. Once you have those two, you'll be able to complete CT3 for 2, the Empire one and the Imperial Trooper one, which is good. Like that's a good, you'll be able to get 2 assault battles done at CT3. You have Phoenix already. You have the Sith one. Next you'll need is Jedi, the new one with the Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon, and then Inquisitors. So you should be weaving in assault battles in between your big farms. So I would finish Gas and his team, go into Imperial Troopers, and from there, since you have, I don't see a resistance investment here. So it's not, if they release the Lightspeed bundles and you buy the Resistance one, then yeah, get Ray. But I would wait until that one comes up before you start farming for her. What would I do? Like, you need some Zetas on Grievous. That would be good. It's good that you already have him up at Relics, but he needs his Zetas. He's gonna he's goes with the rest of the droids that you have already for that bundle you got for Separatists. So that's a good. I don't. Did you buy it? You didn't. Okay. Well, you have the Relic 3 one, so you didn't get the Padme one, but you got the gas one, so you have them at all Relic 3, which is fine. So you still need Grievous for this. I would get his Zetas in here when you can. It's definitely worth it, and you'll need him for the malevolence anyway. So it's good that you have him at relics. So after that, what would I do? See, so the big thing honestly is finishing off these Lightspeed bundles. So I would, I'm sorry, not the Lightspeed, the assault battles. So I would start farming Master Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I honestly would, you could solo, I believe it or not, I probably would double farm them. I would, so that you can get them in 3 months and then get that assault battle. There's nothing in your account right now that's like so prohibitive that you need to finish it right now. And I would rather you have Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon for their assault battle. Just take them to Relic 7. That's going to be great for breaking through your credit. And the earlier you get it, the better, because those credits are going to really help you. It's going to give you some slicing material, some relic material. While you're also doing that, I would start moving towards the Jabba farm. So the Jabba farm is going to give you Smuggler's Run 2, and then it's going to give you uh, Jedi Knight Luke. So Jedi Knight Luke is going to give you CT3 for the Jedi, and that's going to be one of the last 3 assault battles that you need after once you finish Imperial Troopers. And then, because even though you don't have the Night Sisters one at CT3, you have Phoenix, so you should be able to do it at like CT1 or 2. So you can focus on Jabba, get Jedi Knight Luke. Once you have Jedi Knight Luke, you move into the Jabba farm, and that should be your next big farm that you do while weaving in those assault battles. And the good thing about the Jabba one is it flows beautifully into the Profundity. So you'll weave in, you'll finish Gas, Imperial Troopers, Jedi Knight Luke, then you can go. Then you can go Qui-Gon, Master Qui-Gon, Padawan, Obi-Wan, into Jabba, and then you can, from there, Profundity. And that way you'll have all the assault battles, you'll have 2 GL ships, 2 GLs. After that, you can go like Jedi Knight Luke, Leia, or you can, if like the Lightspeed bundle comes out for Rey, you can go Rey. There's a lot you can do as far as that, but I wouldn't recommend you farming Inquisitors until you have 4 GLs, 2 GL ships. So if that's Jabba, Profundity, JML, Leia, SOKR, then that's what it is. And then you go Inquisitors after that, just because they're so prohibitively expensive with Chirotech. And then once you have spent that time, you'll be closer towards like the Scythe, the TIE Interceptor, and Riva. And then it'll have a true payoff once you have all 3 of those things, including Grand Inquisitor. And that's when it really becomes a huge boon for your account. So that would be my recommendations for this account. Let's look at the mods real quick. I don't like full health SOKR. Honestly, you don't even have that much health to be worth it. I've seen like 200k-ish health SOKRs. You don't have a crit damage triangle. I don't like this. I really don't like this. It's pretty lackluster both ways. And it's not, yeah, you have a defense primary here. This is not good. This is 100% not, I don't like that. Like, you need more damage. I like over 10k, as much over 10k as possible. You need a crit damage triangle. You need way more speed. And then the health isn't so large that it's even worth it for his survivability. He's invulnerable when he's in ult. You just have to get to ult, and then he's just a monster. So overall, I would say I would remod this character. You can use these mods for like other things. Like this isn't good. You need offense percent here. You need crit damage here with as much offense and speed as you can get. Speed, if like this is a speed arrow, you can be very selective, like offense percent, health percent, and honestly, if you were going a health build, you would have health primary here and health primary here. But it's this is like some weird in between thing that's just not good. It really isn't. So I would replace this. That can go universally on almost any character. So all this stuff isn't a waste. You can find a home for it somewhere. But you need to change this up. Like your SOKR is probably performing okay, but you don't want an okay SOKR. You want a finely tuned monster. So like crit damage, primary, offense primary, speed set. I go with the defense set, but you can go with the health set too. It's up to you, but 100% this needs to change. Let's look at your speeds. Overall, 319 for your fastest. So you haven't been playing all that long, 307. So your mods are still in development, which is fine. So just continue building your mods. I would say if you haven't seen it, watch my mod building, my mod videos, and then watch the how to build plus 25 speed mods. That'll help you with understanding like how to slice your mods, and then everything else is going to give you just the understanding of like how to support that and invest as well. My other mod guides are going to like feed into that one and show everything else that is in mod, because it's not just like slicing. It's like, how do you have your mod filters? How are you splitting your mod energy between farming new mods and slicing material? What mods are you farming? So like understanding the concepts of modding. So there's a lot more into modding than just like knowing how to build speed secondaries, and my entire guide kind of like supports that. So I would recommend watching them just so that you have a good understanding. And if you have, I understand it takes some time to like build all these things. So like a good side farm for you as well would be Treya and Savage and Nihilus. So that those are three characters. It gives you a team even at gear 12. If you put the Amis on Savage and Treya, will give you like a Kyber level strength team for just like some easy boost. Same thing if you take like Savage to Relic 5 and Wampa to Relic 5, then that's two solo teams that are just gonna like punch way up for you. Just something to think about. But that's my recommendations overall for your account. It's a good account. You're like working through everything. A lot of it is just like Lightspeed bundles with like Lightspeed bundle plus with, you know, like Rex, Padme, Gas, you know, which is fine. You farm like CLS2 and everything. So you're getting on your way. You're still working your way through. You're still, I would say, somewhere early mid game playing. Like I would say like mid, like very early into the mid game. So you're a mid game player, just like very early in it, and that's totally fine. You're doing your thing. So overall, like continue doing that. If you have any further questions for me, then just let me know. Otherwise, thanks for letting me look at your account. And if you have any questions, just hit me up in the comments or something. So take care, everyone, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe on your way out. Take care.